Hello everybody, I'm back with another book review, and today I'm going to be going over what I thought about Circe by Madeline Miller. Circe is a coming-of-age book about a goddess who appears only minorly in the Odyssey, and in the Odyssey she was known for turning men into pigs and just being like a witch, basically, which she is, but you can see more about her motives in this story because she's given, you know, a backstory all the way from when she was a child to adulthood. So she is found out to be a witch and is basically exiled to her own island, where she kind of steps into her own power and starts practicing her witchcraft more and encounters various deities who visit her island. And I found the narrative really interesting because it is narrated first person by Circe herself. But as I was reading it, I was a little detached because she's very matter-of-fact narrator because she is, you know, like a goddess, so she kind of steps back. Their narration is very blunt. There are strong emotions, but it is told as if we are seeing it from very far away, which I think is the point. It seemed like she was telling a story from a long time ago. That's just kind of how the narrative of the book goes. Circe is the definition of complex female character, and I really enjoyed her, and I really resonated with her a lot. You see her at like all-time highs and all-time lows and everything in between, and when I finished it, I just did not want to leave her world. And a thing about the overall characters, I just really love how the author sort of humanizes all of the gods and like powerful gods and goddesses that appear throughout the novel. I just thought it was really fun to read because we normally think of these like deities as just powerful and like can't be touched, but when we step into Circe's position, we can see that we can see their motives and emotions more, and yeah, they just become human in a way, but they're still like powerful deity. So that mix was fun to read for all the characters, and they're so, like, all the characters, they're all so vibrant and individual, and I just really, it made me want to research more about Greek mythology in terms of like gods and goddesses and stuff. There's also backstories about famous Greek mythology monsters, such as the Minotaur, like the huge bull thing in the labyrinth, and then like a monster, I think it was in the Odyssey, but her name's Scalia, and you can see their backstory. I believe that's one of the themes in the book, is just like how monsters become monsters, or like how people become bad or something like that. That's just kind of what I got out of the monster backstory stuff that kept happening throughout the book. So the writing is just so, it is so beautiful to read. It is just like rich, and you can just see everything. The imagery is just like, even when she is just in nature on her island surrounded by like flowers and stuff, you can just like feel it, and the author really engages all five senses with this book, so you're just like never bored. It is a very naturey book because she is kind of on her own in her own island for the whole time, which I didn't mind. I actually really loved it. I loved just like the descriptions of all the plants and like her environment, and I found that the detail was not really drawn out at all. Like, even the details of like the flowers and plants, they seemed like characters. And there's also animals that she just summons, I think, that are introduced as well, and they seem like important characters, and like the scenery feels like important characters, and I just thought that was really unique. So there is a lot happening in this book. I was halfway through the book. There was just storylines and plots that I thought the author would never really come back to, but she came back to everything, and everything had something to add to the story, and everything like tied up really nice. So yeah, there really is no plot. It's basically just like a coming of age book about Circe coming into her own power, facing adversity time and time again and just becoming stronger out of that. I particularly liked the second half of the book because we see her like becoming more of a family person. Like, she has a kid and she becomes a mother, and then she's also taking on these huge deities at the same time, and the end just feels like, just leaves you feeling like you want more. The ending wraps up pretty nicely, but it was sad to finish because I just wanted to keep reading. Overall, I would give this book a 5 out of 5. It was just an experience, and it's very empowering and inspiring, and I will definitely read some of her other books. I think she only has one other book kind of based on the same thing, like Greek mythology and stuff, but yeah, I really like this book, and I think I'm going to buy, I read it on my library, online library, and I think I'm gonna get the hardcover. So yeah, that was my book review on Circe by Madeline Miller. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and I will see you next time.